Golden Boy President says that he would love to see Canelo versus Floyd Mayweather Part 2, the rematch. Stay tuned. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We work it. Now, this has been a topic that I've heard some people talk about. I want to read the latest quote from Eric Gomez, Golden Boy President, and what he said about a potential rematch between his fighter Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather. Then give my thoughts. This is what he told Ring TV. Quote, "We would love to do a rematch. Floyd is retired and we respect that. But if he comes back, if Floyd Mayweather wants a rematch with Canelo, no problem. Would Canelo win the rematch? He's a different animal now. He's not that kind of kid that Floyd fought. He's a full-fledged man." Listen, I don't want to see this rematch. The fact that you have to make an excuse and say he's not the kid that Floyd fought, that's an excuse. Mike Tyson was 21 when he beat Trevor Berbick. If you got it, you got it. The bottom line is Canelo lost. And what makes it worse, with why I call it an excuse, is because I don't even know that Canelo was even sought out by Mayweather. I remember boxing. I was actually covering boxing at that time, on a much smaller scale. And Canelo was the one for years who had been calling out Floyd Mayweather. I don't know that Floyd Mayweather, I really don't remember him overly talking about Canelo. See, and that's the thing. When you're an A side, you don't have to do the calling out. People call you out because they want you, So we're not doing this, oh, he was too green, he was wet behind the ears, breath still smelled like Similac, he was too young, now he's a man. I'm not trying to see it, because I really feel like when the same thing happens and Floyd beats him, then it'll be some other excuse, and we're not playing that, So I don't even want to see it. To me, it doesn't make sense. This first fight didn't even deserve a rematch. There was nothing that Canelo did in the first fight that says, hey, let's have a rematch. You deserved it. What has Canelo done to earn a rematch? He beat Miguel Cotto. Floyd already beat him, and Floyd was at a weight disadvantage against Cotto. Floyd is the guy who dabbled with 154. Canelo looked huge next to Cotto. So because he later on, after the Mayweather fight, beat Cotto, and he was much bigger than him, he deserves a rematch, because it clearly wasn't what he did in the first fight, because he arguably lost every single round. Maybe you give him a round at the beginning, in the first 3 rounds, but after that it was a blowout, unless your name was CJ Ross. He had a fight with Edison Lara fight, good fight. Guess what? Arguable who won. I thought Lara beat him, and I've told you that since my post-fight commentary. He knocked out James Kirkland. He beat Liam Smith. And see, this, I'm not trying to sound like I'm nitpicking. I like Canelo. I think he has a very good resume for his age and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, if we're warranting a rematch, I need to know what he's done. Like, you have to put it under a microscope and look at it. I mean, beating Liam Smith, beating Amir Khan by knockout, having moved up and beat Julio Cesar Chavez at a weight he probably killed himself to make, since we're making excuses. He looked like shit. Chavez Jr. looked like shit in that fight. Then he got robbed by some chicks in a motel or hotel. And then you had 2 controversial fights. I thought he won the second fight. No, there was no robbery to me, but public perception is some people are out there still screaming that in 2 fights he didn't beat Golovkin, So with all things considered, what Canelo, I get it, Golden Boy's petitioning, trying to get that lucrative payday and put their fighter at an advantage because he's improved and, he's much bigger than Floyd now. He's fighting at 160. I just don't see the basis. Like, why would Floyd, who dogged Canelo, right? Why would he have to concede a weight advantage to the youthful guy, you know, when he can make the same amount of money, if not more, fighting Pacquiao, who also moved up more than, you know, 5 or more weight classes, unlike Canelo, right? And he can make probably more money than a Canelo rematch. I don't know, but it would be around the same or more, just because of the name Mayweather and Pacquiao, right? And he already beat Canelo convincingly, you know. So it just, to me, when people keep saying it, it sounds like hating, because you want Floyd to do all this shit at 41, you know, maybe 42, depending on when this fight would happen, and you want him to do shit, and he already proved it. He already beat Canelo fair and square and embarrassed him. Canelo was punching the ropes, and Floyd's looking out in the crowd and, you know, making it look horrible, right? But he gotta somehow, in people's perception, because they think it'll be a better fight, he should give up all the weight advantage to the youthful guy and give him a second chance with added advantage of weight, because we know Canelo's gonna outweigh Floyd for sure, you know. So if this fight happens, it needs to, let's see it again at 152 or maybe even 154. But, you know, let Canelo drain himself to, you know, if you want get back, you drain yourself and lose the weight you just gained in your last couple of fights, and then fight Floyd Mayweather. Other than that, I mean, I don't want to see it. You know, why would Floyd go up to 160 at age 41, 42 to defeat a guy he already defeated? No controversy. You know, meanwhile, Canelo ain't never rematched Erislandy Lara, and that was controversial. You see how this game works? Meanwhile, Vasyl Lomachenko, he lost to Orlando Salido, still ain't rematched him. That's what I'm saying. People be hating in this game. You know, so Canelo, he has a tough fight with Erislandy Lara, never does a rematch. You know, fights Triple G, then he's fighting probably David Lemieux and not fighting his mandatory in Charlo. But Floyd got to do all, he accomplished all this stuff, and at 41, 42, even though he beat the man fair and square, we all watched it, he got to do all this extra stuff, you know? Let's keep it fair. Let's see Canelo versus Erislandy Lara. Let's see Canelo versus guys like Jermall Charlo. Why are we instead of talking about a 41-year-old Mayweather who already won, why are we not talking about the best fights? Canelo versus Daniel Jacobs, Derevyanchenko winner. Jermall Charlo's looking like a monster, you know, and then maybe a Triple G trilogy after that. You know, people always want the easy road and the excuses. Oh, Canelo's a man now. If he wasn't a man, he should have like kept his boy mouth quiet then. That's, you know, straight up. You know, saying he's a full-fledged man. Why did he call Floyd out? If he was a boy, then why did he call Floyd out for years? And then Floyd seen the opportunity. He's like, okay, this kid, this Mexican cat with red hair, Cinnamon, okay. He looked like the Notre Dame mascot. And then he seen the moment and sees the opportunity. Oh, I could beat that dude for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't fucking with me. And then he seen Canelo had a following, and he did what Floyd does. You know, fight on the Mexican dates and put together a big event and show his skill set. So again, I just don't see what happened. Like, why? And honestly, even at 160, I think Floyd could beat him. Even at 160, he's just probably gonna move even more. You know what I'm saying? And just pick his shot, bop, 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 stay safe. Floyd fights against super middleweights and shit and sparring. I know sparring, but you know, I really have no interest in the Canelo Mayweather. You know, why doesn't Lara, who just called out Canelo and Triple G, why don't they give him an opportunity? You know, why doesn't Triple G rematch Daniel Jacobs? You know, we'll see what he's gonna do since the WBC ordered Charlo. You know, people want to do all this weight class hopping and stuff like that. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know, and that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not saying it can't be a good fight, but again, he has nothing to prove with Canelo out of all people. He already been there, done that. And y'all want to see it again because a lot of you guys think that, oh, Canelo's so improved. But then realistically, if you really break down boxing, take emotion out of it, break down boxing, Canelo, his footwork is what gets him in trouble with guys who can move good and fluidly. You know, Canelo has not really fought movers and looked good even since Mayweather. His team openly said they didn't want to fight Willie Monroe because they know that's the style that, you know, he would have to chase. He's looked his best with guys who are flat-footed. You know, Golovkin, who comes forward, Liam Smith, Amir Khan, not necessarily flat-footed, but, you know, doesn't have the proper defense and has been knocked out in lighter weight classes. You know, James Kirkland, no defense. You know, we haven't really even seen. That's why I don't even think the fight would be much different, because we haven't seen Canelo improve against the style that has given him the most problems. The closest since Mayweather to what Mayweather does and what Mayweather showed, the ability to move, box, flat foot, box, switch up, give different looks, the closest was Edeslani Lara, and that wasn't that convincing. It wasn't a dominant Canelo win like the Liam Smith stoppage or the Kirkland stoppage, you know? So everyone keeps saying how Canelo improved. Yeah, we've seen improvements. It looks like he's learning his defense, but we haven't really seen that. Even Miguel Cotto, Floyd been beat Cotto, you know, and then when Floyd fought him, y'all said he was damaged goods. Then Canelo beats him, and then that's what helps Canelo rise to star power. You know, let's just stop with the double standards and keep it a buck. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.